Mickey, can you hear me okay?
Hey, buddy.
Mickey, what's up, boss?
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Not bad. Is Sean joining us?
I think he is. I'm not sure.
Okay, we can give him a minute. No problem. Thanks for doing this for us. I appreciate it.
All right, no problem, bud. No problem.
I'm just going to hit we have another camera here, and I got 3 rock star producers on the phone with me.
Okay, cool.
All right, just give me 1 sec. Well, hey, man, do you mind if we get started without him? And then if he joins in, no worries.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah.
Hey, so I don't know how much Sean told you, but I've been harassing you, Jim, for like 3 weeks. I'm like, hey, I'd love to have Mickey on the show. Sean's like, oh my God, this kid just won't go away.
Yeah. Right. Hello?
Hey, I'm losing you. Do you have Wi-Fi, Mickey?
Sorry, bud. Hello? Yeah, sorry.
No worries. Do you have
hear
Wi-Fi?
me?
Yeah, do you have Wi-Fi?
Yeah. No, that was guy had to click into Sean.
Oh, okay. Are you plugged in now? I hear Sean.
Yeah.
I'll add him.
Okay.
He should be in. I wore green today because I knew you were gonna wear green. Sean, you with us, boss? This is great.
Yeah.
Hey, so where are you right now, Mickey? Lowell?
I'm in Lowell, yeah. Yeah.
Sean, you with us, boss?
I'm with you, man.
Okay, sweet. Me and Mickey just is this how you pictured I would look?
I actually I looked you up, so I saw you. Not initially.
Yeah.
You made sure we were legit, right?
I did. Yeah.
Sweet. Well, hey, thanks for making this happen, man. I appreciate you.
Absolutely, man. No problem.
Mickey, have you ever thought about moving out of Lowell? Like, has that ever even crossed your mind?
Yeah. I was actually in Florida for a while, and I plan on going back down hopefully soon to live. So we'll see.
Whereabouts in Florida?
Out down by like Fort Lauderdale by the sea, Pompano Beach area.
Hey, are you connected to Wi-Fi right now? I'm just losing you a little bit.
Well, me, yeah, I'm connected to it.
Okay, no sweat.
Right.
We'll rock with this. Yeah, I could never imagine leaving Boston right now, but I mean, now that it's springtime, but I'm sure, aren't there moments you have in the winter where you're like, oh my God, this place is miserable?
Every winter.
I know.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, why do we do this to ourselves?
I know. That's why I'm saying that's it for me. I mean, the winters, especially being in my mid-50s now, the winters are killing me.
So have you guys kept the gym open? I mean, Sean, I was calling that gym number, right?
Yeah, that was the gym number.
Sweet. And so are you guys still training? Or are you guys like doing small classes right now?
No, since they ordered all small businesses non-essential to be closed, we closed. What we did do is take everything virtual though. So all our classes are online virtually.
Okay, so you guys are filming yourself, like doing different training sessions, and is your clientele still tapped in?
Yeah, they are. It's actually gone pretty well. Much better than I thought it would initially.
Well, I'm imagining, and you guys Mickey, you could probably speak to this, but I'm imagining people are going to come back like 10 times as harder once the quarantine's over. Don't you think?
Yeah, I think so. So, because don't forget that because they've been locked in their house for so long, and they obviously, a lot of people do workouts in their home, but it's not the same. You're not in the same environment. You're not with the other people and stuff like that. So I think when the things do open up, people are going to be just dying for one to get out of their house, get away from everyone in their house, and then 2, just to get back in shape.
For sure. And hey, let me just formally introduce myself. My name's Connor Hallway. I'm a hustling man. I appreciate you doing this.
Where you from, Con?
I grew up split in between Cambridge and Lincoln.
Oh, okay, okay.
So I'm kind of from the sticks near where your gym is.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, before we move on, Mickey, can you just give a quick synopsis of who you are and what you do?
Yeah, I'm Micky Ward, a former professional fighter. And that's what I did my whole life, basically. And and then they had a movie about me, the fighter, and things like that. And that's about it.
So do you still execute on the same diet you were back in the day? Because I've talked to some fighters now who are retired, and they're like, yeah, it's just a habit at this point to eat clean.
Nah, I mean, yeah, I'll be honest with you, I don't really believe that. Obviously, I don't eat crazy bad, but I don't eat like I did when I was fighting. My weight was never a problem, so I could eat with pretty much whatever I wanted. But you just when you're trying to cut weight at a certain time in your life, as the older I got, I had to watch what I ate more because you don't burn like you do when you're younger. So you do got to watch your diet. But my diet now is like I just try to stay healthy, basically. But it's not a strict diet. I did it for my pretty much my whole career boxing. Why do I want to go on a diet still?
Yeah, I hear you. What when you were cutting for a camp, what was like your average meal? Were you just doing like chicken and broccoli every single meal?
No, I'd be like chicken, fish, pasta, stuff like that. Try to stay away from. Depending on your weight, how's your weight? You know what I mean? That's how it went pretty much. While my weight was, that's what I ate, or how I try to eat. You know.
And so now you're just hitting the Oreos daily?
No, I don't eat those. No, I every once in a while I have an Oreo. I'm not big on the sweets. I used to sweets constantly, but I'm kind of slowly getting off them.
It's tough,
Yeah.
especially in the quarantine because you're always around your kitchen. So it's like it's just in your face nonstop.
No, 100%. You know what I mean? And that's the thing is being locked in your house. What else you gonna do? Really, watch TV and eat. And if you're a drinker, you drink. So what are you gonna do? Either three. You
I know.
know.
Absolutely. So, what was interesting is before we lined this up, I had Charles Rosa up, and he was telling me like he said that you had shipped him a package, and I looked into it. So, you guys are launching a new clothing line coming up? And we'll give you a plug
Yes.
at the end. We have a bit at the end where everyone gets to plug themselves, but you guys got something coming up, right?
Yeah. Second drop of mine for my apparel line is tomorrow at noontime. You go on Instagram. At Irish Micky Ward, and the website also is boxtoburn.com.
And where you guys getting that made out of Massachusetts?
Yeah, they are. They're actually made locally.
Oh, so you guys have a print up where like in Lowell and they're doing like 1,000
Yeah.
for you guys?
So, yeah, we design everything and then we'll just outsource the materials. But yeah.
Well, it's Mickey, I don't know if you know, I'm sure you do, but like your impact on all the local fighters, even UFC, is just like outstanding. I mean, I was on the phone with Charles because this was so last minute. I was like, hey, is there anything you want me to ask Mickey specifically? And he was like, I mean, how did he just develop his mindset in the first place? Like just to literally just keep eating punches.
Right. Yeah. What did he ask me? Or what would he ask me to say? I didn't get that.
I think you've inspired a lot of local fighters in their mindset. So I think what he was wondering is kind of where you think you got some of the drive from in the first place.
I don't know. I get that a lot. I really don't know. Maybe my mom and dad. I'm not sure, but I don't know. It just comes with. No, it's just probably in me. I really don't know where I get it, but luckily I had it or I have it. And so. But beyond to answer the question, I really don't know where I get it.
It's some of that Irish mania. I got it.
It could be that, yeah. It could be the stubbornness, the whatever. You know what I mean? It could be.
This is totally random. How many punches do you think you've taken in your life total?
Oh my God. How many punches have I taken? I don't know.
Too many.
Yeah,
Like
basically, yeah. I
ball
think too many.
ballpark, like over 1 million?
I don't know about over 1 million, but it felt like it. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. It's kind of hard to answer. They never had CompuBox back when I was fighting years ago. You know what I mean? So you think about like what all back then, and then this is my fights with the Gaddy, and all the fights are on ESPN where the CompuBox come out and all that, HBO and ESPN. I got hit with a lot, thousands probably. You know what I mean? I don't know about 1 million, but I know in the high thousands.
But if you think like way back to your first fight when you were 7, right? Like you've been eating punches for like 40 years. If you do the math, you're probably close, right?
Oh yeah, damn right. Yeah, 100%. And don't forget now, in sparring too, you take, if you're sparring a lot, you're taking a lot of punches too. So people don't only see you taking punches in the fight in the ring, but you take more punches all throughout those like 6 to 8 week training camp. You know what I mean?
Was there ever one punch in a training camp where you're like, "Oh my God, I'll never forget that one"? I mean, I know
Not really. There was, but I forget. Honestly, I forget now. But it was like 20 years ago since I got hit. But there was a lot. You know what I mean? There was a lot. And also, I like to spar kind of hard because in my mind, if I trained easy or sparred lightly, then I'd fight lightly. I wanted to train like I fought, and that was hard, and spar hard. You know.
you don't ever think that eardrum, the shot that ruptured your eardrum in the Gaddy fight in the second one, like that must have been memorable for you, right?
Oh yeah, well, it knocked me down and it put me on Queer Street for a while, for the whole fight pretty much. But that's just one of many that I've gotten hurt. But and getting hit on the ear is like worse than getting hit in the head. It felt like my equilibrium was gone.
Yeah, are there any like punches that late at night, like you just like rest your head and they just like flash into your head? You're like, oh my God, I forgot about that one.
No, no, not really. No, to be honest with you, totally. I don't even think about boxing when I ever like outside of when I did it, or I never thought about a fight, or I think about a Toro a lot, basically. You know what I mean? But not about boxing. I don't know. I didn't never think about it.
R-
I lived it. I
Your,
did it. I don't know.
your career, you mean, or just like the sport in general? It just kind of shifted out of your mind.
No, no, the sport, not the sport in general. The fights that I had, and like just like thinking about boxing. I just don't, because I'm always busy with other things. You know what I mean? So boxing's not really in my mind. If I'm in a, obviously if there's a fight coming up that I really want to watch, then it will trigger my mind, to think about things like, you know what I mean, things like that. But outside of that, no, I don't like. I work and stuff or whatever. I don't like. I'm so busy with other things that like boxing, like fights and stuff ain't in my mind.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, that's a good segue. So when you were starting out, when you were pro, before you had
Mhm.
taken the initial hiatus, you were still working the day job as the paver, right?
Yeah.
And so did you continue that through your whole career?
Well, I did, but not like not a lot. No, I would like the not with the Gaddy fights.
Was-
Up and like working fights, and still, after I won that championship in London, and I'd go back to work, and then same thing. Now I'm back to work full time now, but I mean, in between fights, I would train before like about a month before the fight, I would like take off work, but up until a month before the fight, I would like work.
Hey, we're losing you just a little, Mickey. Let me just see if I.
Sorry about that.
No worries, boss. Sean, is it breaking up on your end a little bit?
Sean,
Yeah, it's a little choppy on here.
Okay, yeah, whatever. We'll just keep going. Not a huge deal. Um,
Well-
so were you? So what was your day to day like back in like the heyday of your career? Like you in the mornings, you would go pave roads, and then you'd hit the gym in the night.
no, on some a lot of occasions, I would get up in the morning, I go to work, and then I come home, and then I'd train, and I'd run after training. A lot of times I do that, you know. But then when I got to the point where I just work. I mean, I just train all the time and not work. You know what I mean? I didn't like constantly work all the time when I was training for a fight. I would just like certain fights I would have off or whatever. Six and eight, 4, 6, 8 rounds I would work. You know what I mean? Because you're only going 4, 6, 8 rounds, whatever. But in the big fights, I would take time off and just train.
And was that common from most pro boxers back then to have the full-time gig?
Well, depending if you what kind of fighter you are. If you sign like big, you're a big amateur star and you're an Olympian, you get paid big money. You know, I mean, stuff like that. I never got that. I never had that, so I had to work. You know what I mean?
Until you caught the $1 million check for the second Gaddy fight, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, I made like 6 figures like a few times before that, but a couple of times before that, but that was the biggest, obviously, the Gaddy fight, second one.
Now, what was that like? Like just having $1 million in your hand? Like, what did that feel like?
I felt pretty good, actually. The check anyway. It felt good. Just all the hard work finally paid off, and things worked out for me. Me by staying with the game and not giving up. It finally worked out. I mean.
Well, how did you spend it? Like the first meal, were you like, all right, we're gonna go to a nice dinner, or?
No, I just basic. I'm just basic. You know what I mean? I just live like I live if I had friggin' $500 in the bank, you know what I mean? It didn't make a difference, you know what I mean? Obviously you can buy certain things that you never could really before or things like that, but go on vacations more or something like that, but nothing big, nothing crazy.
You didn't want to go hit Atlantic City after that and just put it all on black?
Hell no.
That would have been dead.
I don't gamble. I'm not a gambler really,
Yeah, nor am I.
gamble. Yeah, no. When I work too hard for it, I'm not going to lose it on a table.
So are you still training now pretty actively? I mean, I had read the Herald article on the CTE a little bit, but
Right.
it was great. It was it was awesome. But are you still like training pretty actively, or are you just like hitting the treadmill?
No, I haven't been running much on treadmill. No, but training either for that matter, because like Sean had said earlier that the gyms have been closed because of the quarantine and things like that. But I'm gonna start getting back into it. It's kind of hard for me. I work now like full time. I'm gonna or after get to work.
I lost you there, Mickey. Would you mind saying that one more time?
Yeah, I mean, I don't go to gym like I obviously as much as I should because I work too, but it's hard. It's just with the quarantine, you know what I mean? It's hard getting there, then I work and then you get tired after work, you don't feel like going, especially at 54 years old, you know what I mean? Who the hell wants to go to a gym after you work all day? But
You're
I'm
a
gonna
spring
start going
chicken.
back. Oh yeah. I wish.
Me and you, when it starts getting nice out, we'll go hit Revere Beach with our shirts off. Pick
Oh
up.
yeah. Yeah. We're going to have some Bianchi's pizza.
Actually, I wonder if I hope they open up the Boston beaches soon. I think they will.
They should. I think they're talking about that, but the social distancing you got to do,
And if they don't, I'll just go up to the Lowell waterfront.
Oh yeah, you can come right down the Merrimack River.
That'd be great. We'll have a party on the Merrimack River.
Yep.
So the Gaddy fight tomorrow is 18 years old, man. Did you ever think it was gonna age like this? I mean, again,
No,
I
it's
was
funny.
young. I was really young when it had happened, but it's
Yeah.
just over time, like it's just evolved into this crazy beast.
Right. Yeah. It's crazy. Just like you said, 18 years. I don't know. Time flies. Seems like it does seem like yesterday, and then some days it doesn't seem like yesterday. Seems so long ago, but then some days it seems so close. But it's gonna be, it's a special day for me. Because of the fights we had and the friendship we had and things like that. So that'd be pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing.
When you were at the end of your career, and I know you probably people have asked you these questions like 4,000 times, but when you were closing out your career with the Gaddy fights, had you always dreamed of like a big moment like this in your career and you felt like you had never gotten it, or did you think this kind of just snuck up on you as being this awesome moment?
Right. No, well, I always wanted to have a moment like that. I always knew I could have a moment like that, whether it was going to happen or not. I never really knew, you know what I mean? I never really wanted to count my chickens before they hatched or whatever like that. But, I never really knew, but I just hoped that if I kept plugging away, that one day that I would get the big one or make some kind of mark in boxing, whether it was a fight or whatever, and I believe I did that, with the trilogy, and things like that. So, you know, luckily I stuck with it. I stood with it, and and finally panned out at the very end, and then I'd rather have it good at the end of my career than at the beginning, and then the end of your career be terrible. So the end of my career ended up great, and hopefully that's what I'll be remembered by.
Now, making the decision to retire, I mean, obviously, I saw the HBO documentary, but like you said, you were ready. But what is that like? Like the first day? I mean, you've been boxing for like 20 years. Like, what do you do on the first day when you just pack it up? You just like go to Denny's and like get a nice omelet or something. Like, what goes on?
You just like nothing. Just you just live your life. I just live my life normal, like I would whatever. I just get up. Right after I retired from boxing, I didn't go back to work right away. I took a few years, 3, 4 years. I took off, didn't do nothing really. You know what I mean? But I stood in shape. I ran 2 Boston marathons, like in 2004, 2006. So I stood in shape. I ran a lot, things like that. But it didn't change. My life didn't change all of that much. You know what I mean? Obviously, I had more money and I could do things with, but me personally, I didn't change.
You ran the marathon twice.
Yeah, 2 Boston. Yeah,
What was your
yeah.
time?
2000. My the first one I had to stop. It was like really hot out, and I cramped up a bunch of times. That was in 2004. I think it was like one of the second or third hottest on record. It was like almost 80 degrees out that day. So I took a long time on that one. And my second one, I did 4 hours, a little over 4 hours.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I mean, I wanted to do three something, whatever, but I'll take 4:10, I think it was.
You thinking about doing it again?
Hell no. Be honest with you, I shouldn't say that. I would love to, but like I said before, I've trained my whole life, and then I did 2 marathons, and it's tougher getting ready for it than running it. You know what I mean? All the hours you got, miles you got to put in throughout the like months that you got to train for it. It's almost like getting ready for a fight again. You know what I mean? It's like, you know what I mean? It's like it's mentally. I mean, running the Boston Marathon was probably harder than any fight I ever fought.
Really? You think the training's more intensive running a marathon than one of your top fight camps?
On your body, pretty much. I'm not gonna say it's harder because obviously in boxing you're getting hit and it's a brutal sport, and you're not gonna get concussions in running. But I'm saying the mental part of running and boxing is very similar because you go through a lot running from in a marathon. You go through a lot of ups and downs. Like you feel good, you feel bad. It's a lot of mental. Running is so mental. You don't realize it until you run like a marathon or you're a runner. Like those guys. Those marathoners. I give them so much credit. I mean, they're skinny thin, and they're pounding the pavement for they only go 2 hours, 2.5 hours, whatever. But I mean, the hours they put in, it's crazy, how mentally strong that runners are.
Do you think if you were coming up now as a fighter that you would consider a career in MMA just because it's so popular and so prevalent now?
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'd give it a shot. I don't know. But there's, like I said, boxing is one of the oldest. It is the oldest sport there is, and you know what I mean. And I love boxing, and I don't know though. Maybe I'd try it. Why not?
Did you
But
see the
I'll tell
fights
you one
last
thing.
night?
You gotta stick. If you're with one thing, you gotta stick with it. Pretty much. Did I see him? No, I didn't say. I watched a repeat of the heavyweight main event this morning on ESPN.
They're great. They're wicked entertaining, and I mean, as you know, the whole Dana White thing started with Peter Welch in South Boston, which is pretty cool to see how it's evolved.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Peter Welch, good kid, good trainer, good guy.
So, does the sport still excite you today? Like, are you still tuned into everything going on?
Oh yeah, I mean, obviously not right at the moment, but yeah, I'm a Red Sox fan, Bruins fan, Celtics fan, all that, all the Boston teams, Patriots, Yep. So, that will never change. I can go anywhere in the world and that will never change.
You still get out to games?
Every now and then, obviously not now, like I said, but every now and then I'll go to Patriots, Red Sox, Bruins, whatever, Celtics.
It's
Not all
pretty
that
funny.
much.
We had Ken Casey on our show.
Yeah, Ken's a good friend of mine.
We had him on the show last week, and then I just was researching the Warriors code, and I was like, oh wait, that's Mickey right there, man.
Yeah. Kenny did the song, yeah. Warriors Code, yeah. That was he's a great guy, great friend.
What song is more Boston, you think? You think Shipping Up to Boston, or do you think Dirty Water?
I like Shipping Up to Boston, but Dirty Water is too low. I don't know. That's like
Sean, get away. What do you think?
I'll say 50-50.
Yeah, it's tough. With The Departed, probably Shipping Up to Boston is maybe more like national, I guess, as known for Boston because of that movie. That probably took that to another level. But for us, especially, that Dirty Water is that hits home, is pretty local too. So
now, with Shipping Up to Boston, do they fit that into The Fighter? Was that on the soundtrack?
I don't think so. No, I don't think it was.
No, I don't believe so. No. It would have been good. That would have been good.
It was used in a documentary, I believe. A documentary, I think, but
yeah.
Wouldn't be a Boston sports documentary without the song, man.
I know.
Hey, I know you talked about the film a bunch already, but how stoked were you when you knew Mark Wahlberg would be playing you? I mean, that's a godsend.
Yeah, it was cool. Mark, he became a good friend of mine. And he was a big boxing fan. He's a big boxing fan, and I didn't know he was a fan of mine before I met him, but he was, and it was very humbling to have someone like him play me, and he did a great job playing me. I just felt bad for Mark that my character was so like laid back and quiet, where you got Dickie's character, Christian Bale, jumping out of windows and yelling, "Quack out my back," and all that stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Mark did a great part, played a great part, but like I said, I was just more like reserved than Dickie, so he didn't get the recognition or that he deserved.
Yeah, but that's why it worked though, because it was Mark was just laying up
Oh,
Christian for the film.
100%, you know what I mean? And it's true, but that's very true.
But when you heard they were making a movie, and if it wasn't Wahlberg, was there anyone else in your mind like, oh, kind of sweet? Like, what if The Rock played me? I'd be juiced up. I'd be looking hot.
Oh yeah, no, that'd be like, no, it was no one. I believe there was no one other than Mark that was gonna play me or stuff like that. Because I think Mark, when he got the project or looked at it, he was playing me for sure, and no one else is gonna change that.
Hey, I'm just gonna give the floor to my producers to ask a couple questions. Is that okay?
Yeah, no problem.
Hey, Slugs, you want to start?
Yeah. So I was wondering, you've done a lot of work with the Concussion Legacy Foundation, and I was wondering if you could tell us like what your role is and what work you've been doing with them.
Yeah, actually, like I said earlier, I'm donating my brain, when I pass, so they can study the effects of concussions. And I just, with Chris Lewinsky, Dr. Robert Cantu, just try to get the awareness of concussions and kids and football and things like that. Whatever I can do or whatever they would ask me to do for them, I'm all for it to help the next generation of kids, whether it be football players, hockey, whatever it might be, anybody in contact sports. If I can help that next generation, minimize head trauma or anything like that, I'm all for it. So that's about like as far as I do for like the legacy.
Now, I think the general consensus about CTE and concussions is just like it's the concussion disease, but like what actually do you deal with?
You obviously get headaches, bad. Sometimes you get moody or whatever, tired, things like, I can't really say what other people. I'm just saying like, everyone's different, I believe, in their symptoms. Me, I get aggravated sometimes, easy, tired, whatever. That could be just coming with age, you know what I mean, or anything. But I just try to stay healthy and live clean, and that's it. If I have it, I have it. I just got to deal with it, and I think the healthier I am, the better I will be in the future.
When did like studies start coming up about it? Like when you were coming up, no one was really talking about CTE, right?
No, it was never even heard of like the concussions, and they never like you obviously had to get like you had to get MRIs and stuff like that before fights and stuff like that. But the concussion thing was never big. You get dazed. That's a concussion. Nowadays, kids get dazed. They take them out of the football game or the hockey game or whatever. Back in the day, in the 80s and stuff, even 70s, 90s, you get dazed, right? And you're hurting the football. Get in there, that's considered being weak, which isn't right. Back then they just threw you back in the game, but nowadays it's all different, which is good, which is good because you do want to save the kids and things like that from future problems, with headaches and concussions and mood swings and all that.
So do you think for like a good portion of your career you were just fighting through concussions?
No, I don't think I was fighting through concussions. I mean, I've gotten dazed and whatever and stuff like that. But I don't know. I don't know how many like I had younger or whatever. I'm sure I had them, but I don't know. I never really felt any symptoms like young. A couple of times I did younger get them bad, but you just think you just never think it's gonna catch up to you. You know, you think you get a concussion and blah blah blah. Okay, a month it's gone or 2 months it's gone, but now to come and find out it's no, all that stuff catches up to you. You know, and but you know, I never really thought about it. I still really don't think about it much now because it is what it is, and I did what I did, and would I change it? Maybe a little bit, you know, whatever. But it's the damage is done.
How could they like rationally adapt the sport moving forward? Like you couldn't really, right? I mean, name of the game is get punched in the head.
Well, basically, yeah. That's the name of the game is to be hit, you know, and hit hard and wherever you can hit them to the body or the head, whatever. And like you just said it, the name of the game is getting hit in the head. And how they could make it safer, it'd be hard because, I mean, headgear. I believe only it doesn't take away your brain shifting. I think headgear is very good for like headbutts and elbows and stuff like that. But you still feel the impact of the punch on the headgear, maybe a little bit less, but not much. Maybe less sparring in the gym. Maybe that would probably minimize head trauma. You know, maybe no sparring in the gym. I don't know. But again, then you get hit when you get hit in the ring, like in a real fight. You know, you won't be used to it, but that'd probably be the only thing that you could like slow down is like the sparring, no sparring before a fight.
Then it'd be so boring.
Yeah, you know, it'd be boring for like, yeah, but you know, it'd help your brain, it'd help your body or whatever, you know what I mean? So it helped the fighter, I guess.
Hey B, you want to ask one?
Yeah. Hey, Mickey, can you share some of your unconventional training methods? Like, what were you doing that no one else was doing?
I don't know what I was doing. I would train very hard. My nephew Sean used to run with me, would run a lot, would run crazy. I'd run hills, sprints. I mean, I think I won a lot of my fights on the road, like running hills and doing drills. And I used to kill myself in the running, you know, and I believe that's what pulled me through a ton of my fights is all the road work I did.
There was never like moments with you like in the freezer punching the old cows that are hanging that are frozen, or like putting your hands in rice buckets like you see in the movies.
No. That's movies. I never. No. If I had a piece of meat, I would eat it, and I wouldn't punch it. You know, I don't know, but it's good for movies. But realistically, no. I think I'm not gonna say I trained harder than anybody I fought, but I know I ran just as hard as anybody I fought.
Well, I can't even imagine how tired your body was just after full days of paving and then training. Like you were running on fumes.
Yeah, I've done that a few times. But no, what's crazy is that that's when I was like younger in my like my middle 20s, late 20s, you know, my body could take it. My body was like for it. But, if I try to do it now, I think they'd find me on the friggin' pavement sleeping or out cold.
So in terms of physical activity right now, you just working? You're not? Have you seen the Mike Tyson, his most recent vid?
Yeah, I seen it. It's pretty impressive.
I was gonna say we want to come back. We want to come back.
Yeah. And then they're saying maybe Holyfield, he's gonna spar or fight or whatever again. I don't know. Hey, he looks fast. He looks strong. All the power to him if he wants to do it.
What would it take for you to come out of retirement 10 years later or 15 years later?
Nothing. It would take, what would it take? It wouldn't happen. There's no way. All the money in the world, I will not take, because I'd rather have my health than I would rather have money. Because if you don't have your health, what good is money? You know what I mean? If you're a vegetable because of getting hit too many times, what the hell good is money? It's no good.
I hear you. That Tyson video is insane, huh? He was whipping.
Yeah, man. Mike Tyson is a special breed. They come around once in a lifetime, you know. He looks like he did when he was freaking 20 years old, with those fast punches. But again, though, I mean, we only see a clip of it, Can he maintain that through a whole fight? Who knows? Maybe. I don't know. How's this? With his power, he wouldn't have to fight a whole fight if he catches someone like that. I don't care who it is.
I know. So have you been in any fights since your career's over? Like, anyone ever tried testing you at a bar? They thought they were tough.
No, I know, no,
I was gonna
no
say,
more right now. But what you did after stuff or whatever? No, I mean, I'm not a punk. I'm simple, I don't bother business. It's their own business. I don't get no one's business. I just stay. I'm just a happy-go-lucky guy, pretty much. You know what I mean? Until you get me going, but I'm fine. A couple of times, little stupid things, but no.
hey, Lexi, do you want to ask Mickey a question?
Yeah. Hi, Mickey. I wanted to know, you talk a lot about how important it is to you to memorialize your good friend, Arturo Gotti. Could you maybe tell us something about your friendship or a good memory you have with him that you wanted to share?
Yeah, it's true. I had a lot of good times with him after I fought him. We've gone out together, and I remember we used to go to. Funny story is I'd go down to his training camp before he'd fight, and I'd walk him into the ring before every fight. He fought after me, and but I'd go down and visit him in Vero Beach. And I can remember a time when they were doing a story for a golf magazine about me and Arturo because we played golf. So I went down there and we were playing golf, and Arturo hated to lose at anything, whether it was running, whether it was whatever it was when we did together. And I was beating him on golf at a certain point, like I think third, fourth hole, and he hit he teed off, he sliced the ball, and that was it. He's, I don't know, I'm getting tired. He goes, I gotta train. He goes, I gotta run later. I gotta train more. He goes, I'm all done. I mean, no, come on, we gotta finish it. He said, no, I don't care. I have to fight. I can't do this no more. So he used to get like mad if I was beating him or winning or anything. But that was funny because, Toro hated to lose at anything.
You're not the same way. Were you only competitive in the sport?
No, I'm competitive at anything, but I realize that like there's gonna be days in golf that someone's gonna be better. There's days in baseball, whatever you play, someone's gonna be better or whatever. I didn't like have to always win this. I have to win that. As long as I knew I like tried and gave my best, that's all that mattered. But some people like Arturo, he hated to lose to me in anything, especially me probably. Whether it was running, whether it was like another story, we're in Florida driving go-karts, like those speed raceways, we get the helmet on, and I beat him, and he got mad at that too. He went nuts. Yeah. He said they gave me a slower car. I go, it's about the same thing. Oh, no, mine was slower. And he had that Canadian accent, so I couldn't. He'd get all crazy and
Where was this, F1?
F1, yes, in Florida. And he's like, no, my car was bad. Your car was good. I goes, oh, okay.
Those carts are a blast, though, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
That's how you should roll down the
we
streets
should
of
do a
Lowell
lot of
right
that.
now.
Oh, yeah. But we used to do a lot of that together, things like that, and he would hate to lose to me. Yeah, it would drive him nuts.
Hey, real quick segue, and then we'll do our two ending bits to wrap up. Thank you. You having a good time, by the way? You having fun?
What's that?
So you having fun?
Oh, me? Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
sweet, man. I'm glad we did this.
Good.
What? So my dad always talks about the Wonderland dog tracks. Like, what was it like fighting there way back in the day?
Wow, huh? Wow, you're dead. Wow, he's right. It was crazy because a funny story is, like, I remember the promoter Al Valenti is one of my promoters, and he used to promote fights and stuff like that, and he would promote them over there, and and I'd go there and I'd fight, and there'd only be like 1,000 people maybe, but it was packed because that's all they fit in there. And the lights were like right on top here, and you're changing the dressing room that ain't, the most sterile, like, you know what I mean? Kind of dirty, and actually a lot dirty. And but the fighting was great, fighting in those places, you know what I mean? I used to love fighting those little venues like that because, it's like more, the people are closer to you, and it feels like more like not a sparring match, but like you're in a gym, like, you know what I mean? It's just like more lively, it seems like, you know what I mean? Because like everyone's there and it's closer, and I don't know. I mean, it's
You
just
to point out specific people.
those little venues made me like those little venues made me who I really was, you know what I mean?
I wonder if the Encore Casino will do fights soon. You think so? If they reopen soon?
Well, they've done fights before they closed, so
Oh, did they?
I think yeah, they did. They had a few fights there, but I think they're gonna have more. Obviously, once this pandemic gets over, I think they're gonna have more. Hopefully, they have more because it's a good venue there, and it's a beautiful casino.
I know it's exactly like Vegas casinos, isn't it?
Say that again.
I said it's literally like Vegas. It's like it reminds me of a Vegas casino.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, when you're in that casino and you're like gambling, or you're watching a fight, or you're watching a show, or you're in your room and the shades are shut, it seems like you're in Vegas. You don't know because you have that atmosphere of people gambling, everyone walking around, and the food and all that stuff, and it has it's really a nice place, and you do feel like you're in Vegas when you're there.
Sean, you been over there yet, bro?
Yeah, I've been a few times. That's exactly what I said the first time I went. I was like, wow, they did an excellent job replicating the feel of Vegas.
And it's really like an immaculate casino too. It's like really clean. Everything's run really well.
Yeah, it is. It is for sure. They have a good staff over there. It's run really well. And it probably only get better too because they're gonna have that, like, in the summer they're gonna have like the I guess the water boats or whatever. You can come up on a boat or whatever, from like the Boston Harbor or somewhere. I guess they're gonna have I think it's just kind of scratching the surface as far as how good it's gonna be.
I mean, this is totally out there. I don't know a ton about boxing in Massachusetts in general, but does the creation of a venue like that, do you think that will grow the sport, like the youth sport and the amateur side of things? Just the fact that there's a venue where people can have fights now pretty consistently.
Yeah, well, in this area, in the Massachusetts area, maybe. You got Plain Ridge down here, and where's Plain Ridge? That's down by like what was that, Fall River area? Not Fall River, but Providence area, down by that way.
Sean, you've been down there? You've been gambling down there?
Plain Ridge, I'm not really. That's more of the video type stuff.
No, Twin Rivers.
Oh, Twin River. Yeah, that's Rhode Island.
Twin River. I'm sorry, Twin Rivers and stuff like that. They got that down there. So I think up in this part of Massachusetts, or New England, if they have fights there, that would be great because there's not many places like the Encore, that nice and stuff like that. I think hopefully we'll bring boxing back up in this area, professional boxing.
Now, random question, but why did you guys open the gym in Westford over Lowell? Don't you think you'd get tons of clients in Lowell?
That's Sean
Yeah,
can
it was.
answer that.
It's just for what we were looking to do, and just location too. The timing as far as properties available and what we were looking for, it just made sense at that time to go to Westford. And it's not far. Westford's 10 minutes from Lowell, so it's not like it's a long drive.
I hear you. I want to check the gym out when everything gets opened up. I'd love to come by.
Yeah, we gave you a nice sparring partner, Sean.
Sean, you can beat the bag out of me, bro. I'm 6'3".
We can have. What's your weight?
Right now, I'm like a lean, mean 180.
Oh, well, we're putting you on Big Daddy.
Who's Daddy?
Justin Robinson. He's a former New England champ, heavyoweight, super heavyweight.
Super heavy.
Yeah, he'll go nice and easy on you.
I'll tell you guys a quick story. So there's a fighter out of South Shore Sport Fighting. His name's Manny Bermudez, and he's my buddy. And so I said, Manny, I feel like I'm kind of soft, man. I want to start training with you a little bit. And he said, okay, fine. And so I show up to his gym, and it's in the middle of nowhere. It's down this long dirt road. And, he's teaching me some basic stuff, basic strikes and stuff. And there was a moment where he's like, all right, we're going to spar. And so, mind you, this is my first time fighting organized like this ever. And so I'm like, all right, yeah, I've seen plenty of TV. This will be fine. And so there was a moment where the buzzer sounds and he approached me. And mind you, I'm 6'3", 6'4". He's 5'9", 5'10". And when he approached me, in my mind, I was like, this guy could kill me right now if he wanted to. And he just brought the onslaught, man. He beat the bag out of me. And so
That's a 30 seconds buzzer. Get you it.
Say it again. I lost you there a little bit, but
yeah,
I'm sure people see you walking down the street sometimes, Mickey, and they're like, oh yeah, this guy doesn't look that tough. And then you could just hit him with those lethal paws.
Yeah. I don't know if they say, I don't know. Who knows? I don't know if they say it, the hell with them good. Maybe if they come at me, they'll find out, but I don't, it doesn't. I really never even think about that. I never think about that, or I never even want to think about that. I'm a happy-go-lucky guy, pretty much. Until you get me going, forget it. Then you better be ready to fight for a half hour.
Hey man, when I see you on the street when all this is over, I'm gonna give you a big quarantine hug. I'm gonna say, hey man, we met in person.
Yeah.
Well, hey, thank you so much for doing this. We have 2 ending bits to our show. I'm gonna explain it wicked clear. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first one is called GDP sales mode. So I know you got the whole clothing line coming up and you got the gym, so this would probably be a good time to fit it in. But I'm gonna give you 40 seconds. I'm giving you the floor. I'm gonna time it on my phone. 40 seconds to pitch whatever you want to pitch. So it's whether it's the clothing line, maybe the gym, maybe something else you got coming up, or if you want to just give some inspirational words, I'll give you 40 seconds. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. All
Okay.
right, like I said earlier, my second drop, my apparel line is tomorrow at 9 a.m. My Instagram's at Irish Micky Ward, and the website is that. And also boxbird.com you can go on. And for anybody out there, look us up.
Sean, jump in here just because Mickey's audio broke up a little bit.
I'll just reiterate what he was saying. Tomorrow is the second drop from the apparel line. And obviously it's a special day being the 18-year anniversary of his fight with Arturo. We're dropping 2 tees, 2 colorways, which are, pretty dope. And, it has a special meaning to it, obviously. Taken from that fight, as you'll see tomorrow when they drop at noon is the pre-sale.
Sweet. And I'll have you guys send me some links so we can put that in our description.
Excellent.
Okay, sweet. And Mickey, this is how we start and end the show. Listen to me real close.
Yes.
A lot of people blow this. You say, hi, your name, and this is my golden hour. Directly after, hi, your name, and that was my golden hour.
What? What the fuck? Say
Hi,
that again.
I got you.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Hi, your name. So hi,
Yep.
I'm Micky Ward, and this is
Hi,
my
Micky Ward.
and this is my golden hour.
Hi. Hi, this is Micky Ward. This is my golden hour.
Now, hi, I'm Micky Ward, and that was my golden hour.
And hi, this is Micky Ward, and that was my golden hour.
Well executed, Mickey.
That's great.
Hey, thank you guys.
Hey, yo.
Thank you
Hey,
so much for
thanks,
doing
bud.
this. And I want to get your address. I want to get a tee, and 2, I'm gonna ship you guys, Sean and Mickey. I'm gonna get you guys both t-shirts from us too. Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay,
Thank you.
sounds good.
All right, boss. Hey, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you.
All right,
Have a
thank
good
you
one.
so much, bud. Have a good day.
All right.
Bye-bye.